Okay, well, I was reading about the concept of the album and your influences. I was intrigued by what in your local community exactly is inspiring many of the stories that make up the album. Mind giving some details about it?
Yeah. Well, we've pretty much been Wallace is writing on lyrics as well as most of the music, and he's always found inspiration in reading lots of stuff like books, historical events. Uh, Most of them like non-fictional events, but this time he spent a lot of time walking, just walking outside, walking in the forest and in the mountains where we live, also where we come from in the Sogndal area, and finding inspiration in nature itself for like writing music for man surviving by harvesting from the nature, those kind of topics, and and picture wise, as for the album and the layout, more of the local artists who's been growing up and living around our nature, our home area, and where we live today in Oslo, just outside Oslo. So I guess it's a combination of I don't know. He's he's always like seeking new knowledge from different types of books, art, history, and stuff. So I don't know, and maybe just to sum up, his inspiration is still changing, and you have to, I don't know, maybe he's more correct, like to answer what is going through his mind when he's writing all the lyrics. But I don't know, short stories, man's existential question of how to survive, more or less.
Now, I know there were two names listed in the press release. One was artist Otto Valstead. I admit
Yeah.
I have a slight, like a very base art education, but I never heard his name until this. But it did look like some of the artwork influenced the artwork for Welcome Farewell. Is this true, and why did you go this route with the artwork?
Yeah, exactly. Otto Walster was just his childhood home and where we lived and where we died is pretty much like if you could throw a small rock from Wall's place in Studio 1184, you can hit his house. So it's pretty close. And they built a museum around his old house, more or less, just by, it was like a 1 minute, 2 minute walk from Wall's studio. So he's been walking pretty much when he's been hiking and walking, he's very often in this area. And he gets inspiration by, I don't know, both the combination of the nature where he lives combined with what he produced. So he's pretty well known in Norway, but not outside Norway, I guess. Because, I don't know, you probably Googled him and didn't find much, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I was doing to try and get myself familiar with them, but I didn't find much. But the ones I found, I don't even know if these are the actual titles. A Farm in the Valley from 1911, and A Gnome is Feeding the Birds in 1908. Those
Yeah.
those were the two that I saw that really intrigued me. What were the
Yeah.
ones that really intrigued you? I mean, I'm sure you've seen more of his artwork than I have, obviously.
No, it's not specific art, actually. It's just like the total concept of, I don't know, the historical perspective of having a well-known artist living just outside your surroundings. I don't know, combined with uh, we're all into pretty much history and Norwegian historical events and the well-known, famous Norwegian artists and composers as well. But also like a sort of an outsider. It's well reckoned, well acknowledged, but still not one of among the biggest, like the composers like Grieg and the writers Ibsen and stuff, and painters like Munch. I don't know, something about his art that really struck us. So that's why I chose to go for. We could have maybe put out one or two or three other names in the press release as well, but I don't know. It's a combination of finding the. I don't know. It's difficult to answer actually, but I don't know.
Oh, I do want to apologize. I don't know if you heard it or not, but my call waiting just went off, and I'm assuming that would be work with my wake-up call 42 minutes late. I was able to hear everything that you said, so it didn't cut you off in any way. I just wasn't sure if you heard it or not.
No, I didn't hear.
All right. Well, another name that was in the press release was, I hope I'm saying this right, Arne Garborg?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just curious how his achievements impacted you as well as impacted the material on the album. I mean, I know what he's done. I'm just curious how everything kind of like worked together there with influence from him and his achievements.
Yeah, he's just one of several artists, well-known writers in Norway. Also, today, one point is that not the center point, but the Hváll studio today is actually his home address is Arne Garborg's road. So the road he lives in is actually called up after Arne Garborg, who also lived pretty close by for several years. He's not from the area, but he lives pretty close, like well within Local Wildcraft's home as well. So I don't know. We'll seek inspiration in local artists, and well knowing that Arne Garborg is really, really famous in Norway for writing lots of stuff. But as I said, you could pick one artist out in a press release. You could pretty much like put in everyone else in there as well, like Thompson and all the others we used before, like who inspire us. So I don't know. The combination of the local commitment to where we live today, combined with I don't know, his interest in different kind of lyrics, I guess.
All right. Now you said there were more than just those two. Who else helped to inspire anything that's on the album?
This album, the list is too long, but I guess the lyrics. I'm not reading the lyrics, so it's difficult for me to put in every inspiration source. But I know a lot of lyrical wise. Well, it's reading constantly books from, for example, Garborg and Knut Hamsun, and also all the foreign artists, like, yeah, you name them. It's so many. It's really, really hard to list all of them up. But it's a combination of the fictionary writings from Garborg and Hamsun, combined with all the non-fictionary stuff like the historical events. Again, as usual for us, we're pretty much into history and what's happened in Norway for the last 500 years. So
all right.
Yeah, to give you a list is really difficult. So I'm just stick to those two, I guess.
I'm not too familiar with V. The last I heard was Milorg. Not sure if I'm saying that right either. But that had some pretty strong war themes to it. Why did you branch away from that and go the route you did with Welcome Farewell? I mean, or are there any hints of war on there that I didn't pick up on?
No war incidents. It wasn't any war. On the V album was also, I guess the Krieg and the Milorg albums are both closely connected to happenings in the Second World War. But V is not a concept album in the same way as the two previous, Krieg and Milorg. And the lyrics is also on V is not based on war, actually. More existential questioning, philosophy and stuff. So I guess this is just another direction we really wanted to go. We've done the concept stuff with the war and the happenings and surrounding what happened in Norway from 40 to 45. And this is just another way of I don't know. We're not stepping away from the history and the war. Of course, we're still just as interested as before, but I guess it's just a natural development for lyrical wise and also for the artwork on this one. We really wanted to make something new. It was intentionally to break away from the two or three previous albums. We had a sort of a thread going through all of them on the layout and the covers and stuff. So I guess this one just wanted to try something new, something totally different. So I guess just a combination of the willing to move away, try something new, combined with the newer artwork, maybe makes it look and maybe sound a bit different from the previous recording, I guess.
All right. And I know you guys shot a video for the Reap. I'm just curious, in the press release, it also mentions that some of the architecture and your community were influences to the album. Were there any major influences that were used during the video, maybe such as some of the architecture or landscapes that might be near and dear to the band's hearts?
No, actually all the drawings and all the stuff for the layout for the cover is made based on photos actually taken in Hváll's local community where we live today in Asker. But the video was actually shot in Sogndal, where we come from, where we grew up. So actually, we gave the producer and I don't know, a task to find buildings that could fit into the photos he had taken at the museum where we lived in Asker. And he came up with the idea to do it on the local museum area around where we come from in Sogndal. That's a lot of old buildings. I don't know. It's one of the best. I know one of the biggest museum areas in western part of Norway. So we had a lot of different shots to pick from. A lot of the landscape and the nature is also, of course, you pretty much know how the western part looks like with the fjords and the mountains and stuff. So I guess it's just a combination of that, and we really want to do it where we come from. We have like the feeling, like an eager hunger to give something back to the local community as well. So to do all the video shooting here with the local producer, who we know from we were 15, and then do it on home turf, it's like really felt right this time. So, and also the people around where we shot the video, all of them was just like 100% in there. They put in stuff. They gave us access to a really old farm, 400-year-old farm, where we could brew the beer, where we could, I don't know. There was a beer. We shooting the beer and the making the brew and chopping the wood and stuff. We all did that at the local farm, just outside the museum area, and all the local community was just there, 100% giving us everything, like doing it for free. I don't know. So I guess it really felt right, and it really felt. We had a 2-3 day session shooting. It was really cold, late November, but still we managed to pull through, and we're really satisfied. Also with the reception of the video as well has been really massive. So.
Were there any problems during the shoot? I mean, aside obviously the cold.
Yeah, it was cold. No major problems. The first day, the main problem is that we can't start until 9-10 because of the light. Norway is really dark at that time, so for outdoor shooting videos, like you have to do it in between 10 and 3, maybe 2, 3, at the latest 4. Then it starts to get really dark again. So we had a very limited time of light actually for those 2 days for the outdoor shooting. So that's actually the main problem, except from the cold. It got pretty hectic for all the outdoor shoots. We didn't have any breaks for us. We just like worked on doing it, looked at the watch, like we have to do this, and we finished by 3. So we managed that, and we should actually have one more day to shoot all the outdoor scenes, but I guess it was okay. All the indoor stuff, of course, we had to use lights anyway for the fake lights and the lighting from the cameras and stuff. So, but lights and coldness, I guess lack of light is maybe the worst
That's
part.
always a pain. One more thing that I did want to ask you about the video itself was the special effects. When I watched it, it kind of looked like you were going with an early black metal folklorish vibe, and then some of the special effects that hit. To me, at least, it looked like a stylish modern House on Haunted Hill remake kind of influence video. I'm just curious, who approved the special effects, and are you guys happy with the way they turned out?
Who approved it?
Yeah.
Or who drew it? didn't catch the question.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like, who okayed the special effects? Like, who approved using those kind of special effects in the video?
No, that's the wrong decision actually. We wanted to combine the art, some of the artwork style from the album and the layout and the cover. So we got Kim, the artist for the cover, for all the layouts on the cover art to make lots of drawings, and he had a direct connection to the producer, and we just handed them all the material and let them work for 2 weeks, 3 weeks while all the finishing up, and we got some samples from it while doing it, and we thought it looked really pretty cool, and we got some different when they were finished, we got 4 or 5 different versions of maybe you want to do this is less effects here, more effects and stuff. So in the end, it was our final call actually for amounts of special effects and where to put it in. But the final goal was ours, but the producer got it's his product, I guess.
What did the other ones end up looking like? I mean, were they any different at all, or no?
No, just the amounts of maybe some different angles from camera, maybe the amounts of the special effects and stuff. So just small adjustments, but not changing of the main story. No.
Okay. All right. Well, one thing I wanted to ask you about was the upcoming releases of Welcome Farewell themselves. The album itself has 8 songs, but I noticed the digipack will have a bonus track. And was it initially meant to be included in the album, or was this a later recording for a special edition release?
It was. We recorded all 9 songs at the same time. Had a listening through. We talked to the label, the record label, and after I don't know. It was not discussions, but we just found out that maybe 8 songs is what we usually do. The 8-song album, and the I don't know we thought maybe the album was stronger with the 8 songs than the 9th additional song. So we just and the record company also in India wanted this, like we have to. It would be perfect if we get this one song for a limited edition digipack and stuff, so they can make some special bonus and stuff. So a combination of the two felt that the album was stronger with 8, and the bonus option on the digipack and maybe iTunes release stuff. So, but it was not like recorded afterwards and then left over. It wasn't part of the original recording.
Would you have rather create a new song as the bonus track and leave that 9th one on, or would you be happy just keeping it the way it is, considering you had to have a bonus track for the special edition?
Yeah, we feel comfortable with how it turned out. I'd rather record 9 or 10 songs and then leave 2 out, and then go back in the studio and record an additional song. I guess I prefer the first version.
And I know the song name is Fossil. Obviously, I haven't heard it. You mind giving some information or insight about it? I mean, does it carry a similar story as the other 8, or anything like that?
Yeah, it's definitely in the same direction, the same vein as the other songs. It's hard to compare to any of the other songs, but it's not a song that sticks out in any way. I would guess it would just be a part of the 8 other songs. So it's definitely in my opinion, it's definitely a part of the total recording process. It's not something that sticks out.
And I just have to ask, I've always been curious about this. What is your take, personal or from a personal or financial standpoint, about having a bonus track on a special release? Are you guys afraid that it might take away from fans buying just any version to hear your music? Because I'll be perfectly honest, there are people out there like me who are stubborn, who have to have that bonus track, and will more than likely go out and buy it secondhand just to have that track, more than running out and just buying the standard pressing with 8 songs.
Yeah.
I mean, do you feel it might cut away from anything?
I can understand both. I know not in my opinion, we're perfectly comfortable by releasing digipacks with bonus tracks. But as a music fan, I would also prefer to buy one copy, and that would be the copy of all the songs. So I see the point that we're not bothered by it. I think it's just a combination of just the way the record label and the music industry works today. They have to have something extra, something bonus up for the US release, for the Japan release, or whatever. I guess the answer is just to record maybe 12, 13, 14 songs, and then have like 4 or 5 songs in backup, or maybe release it in the 2 double album or something. I don't know. I'm pretty sure we did this on Milo's album as well. We had a bonus track for the US release. Was extra song over there actually. So I guess we got the extra song and the Europeans didn't. So.
I did want to touch on your upcoming tour real quick. First of all, I wanted to ask, you had dates Vancouver on the 20th and Winnipeg on the 23rd, and both were listed as TBA in the press release I got about the tour dates. I mean, have you guys filled that, or why are they still TBA? Is there a problem with the initial venues?
I have no idea, actually. It's Rock the Nation booking, and the latest info is, we actually talked about it just a few days ago, on which venue we will play. So we haven't got the final information on that. But we're waiting for which venue. I don't know if it's any problems. We haven't heard anything that suggested should be any problem, but I'm not sure. You pretty much know which venues are in the different cities better than me, so I don't know.
Okay. And are you guys doing any summer festivals this year?
We do have some summer festivals. We have a festival in Czech Republic, Brutal Salt, in August. We're also doing some Norwegian festivals this summer. And not all of them is announced yet. It will be announced in a week or 2, I guess. And we're also working on, there's not much festivals this summer. We're working on some stuff next year for some festivals as well. So the summer will not be so hectic. It's pretty much the cost of the US tour, or some of the festival had to, I don't know, we have to priority for the US tour in the summer. So therefore no festivals in July then, so only in August actually. Quiet summer for us.
Is there anything else that you want to mention? And I'll let you go.
Yeah, no, nothing special. Just thank you guys for all the interest in the band, and feel the interest is increasing over there. So hope to see you on some of the shows in June, I guess. I don't know if it's possible for you to show up, but hopefully you'll give us a call or email or something, and we'll see you there.
Oh, definitely. I'm going to see if I can get down to one of the shows, if my health lets me, or if my car will. That thing is kind of falling apart right now, so either way, I'll try and get out there.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
All right. Hey, enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, likewise. I'll wake up now.
Thanks. I'm going to go yell at my coworkers for screwing that up big time.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You have a good day, man. Thanks for calling.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Bye.